from Tamim Tech here, back in another video for you guys today with the, the embargo out already and people making their reviews about the M1 iPad Pro. I just wanted to briefly talk about a quick informative video about the keyboard that you should probably get for that new iPad. Now, the Magic Keyboard is great. It's phenomenal. I have one myself. I have one for my 2020 12.9-inch iPad Pro. It's great. It's got a smart connector. It folds up, makes your iPad float. It looks amazing. As you can hear the keys. The keys sound great. They're very clicky. It's an amazing keyboard. It's got nice backlighting. It's got a USB-C port on the side, so that way you can charge your laptop or your iPad, which is deemed to be a laptop replacement. But we all know, as long as it's running iPad OS, it's kind of limited in that matter. But it's a phenomenal keyboard, and it does have some weight to it. Now, this one won't weigh as much as the new one, but the new iPad Pro Magic Keyboard weighs 2.42 pounds. And you add that to the weight of the iPad itself, which is a little heavier than last year's model. You're gonna have some heft to it. So I'm here to talk about the Logitech Touch combo for the 12.9-inch iPad Pro and the 11-inch model for that matter, because it is a great keyboard. I don't have one myself, but when I found out about it, I instantly regretted buying the Magic Keyboard. And the reason is because it still has a trackpad functionality. It connects with a smart connector because Logitech is partnered with Apple, so they can do that. They have that technology to use a smart connector, and it works great. You don't have to have a battery. It uses the iPad's power to power up. Now, the thing that made me really regret the Magic Keyboard is the fact that it doesn't have function keys. So you're paying about $350 for an amazing keyboard. Like, I'm not bashing it whatsoever. It's great, but it lacks the function keys. And when Logitech comes through with function keys, and you still have the ability to use a kickstand to type. Now that I mentioned that, when you're having it on your lap, granted the Logitech might be a little less robust because you can't really have a nice sturdy surface when you have to use the kickstand, like on your legs, for example, if it's on your lap. So that kind of sucks. But going forward, you can at least fold it over. And this here, the keyboard is detachable, so you still have the case on there, and you'll be able to detach the keyboard. And so instead of folding the keyboard over, it just comes off, which is great. And I think the Logitech provides more protection based on the pictures that I've seen and other videos that I've seen about the Logitech Touch combo. It does provide a better protection. And it costs $229, I believe, compared to the Magic Keyboard's $350 or $330, somewhere in that price range. But you are saving at least over $100. And if you have the 11-inch, you're saving more money, obviously. But yeah, man, this is a quick, informative video because I just wanted to briefly talk about the options that you have. There's alternatives to the Magic Keyboard. You don't have to spend a whopping $350 when you can spend $229 and have more functions. So just to read off what this keyboard can do based from the Apple's website, which another thing I have to mention with Apple's website, if you go to iPad and click keyboards, it sends you directly to Apple's keyboards, which are going to be more expensive than Logitech's. You literally have to type in Logitech keyboard to find the Logitech keyboard on Apple's website. So keep that in mind. Apple wants you to buy their expensive products, spend that Apple tax, and then you're happy because you have an Apple branded product with your iPad Pro. Now, I'm not bashing Apple. Great products they make, but paying the Apple tax is kind of ridiculous, man. Especially when they leave out function keys. Function keys make life so much easier. Once you have them, you really can't go back to having a keyboard that lacks function keys. So just to read off what they have on their website real quick. You have a detachable keyboard with a kickstand for typing, viewing, and sketching. Protective case, integrated high precision click anywhere with trackpad, multi-touch gestures. Backlighting with 16 different levels of brightness. Laptop-like keyboard, and so on. And it weighs less. It weighs 1.72 pounds, which will add less heft to your iPad. So keep that in mind. So that was a quick, informative video for you guys, just going over the iPad accessory for the Magic Keyboard and having that alternative, because just because you have an Apple product doesn't mean everything you have to buy has to be Apple related. Apple makes great accessories, but you have to pay the Apple tax, and the Apple tax is ridiculous. So just like my other video when I talked about the Spigen cases, the Spigen Ultra Hybrid clear case with MagSafe looks just like Apple's, and it's only $20, where with Apple you're spending I think like $50. So the Apple tax is real, and there's alternatives out there. So I figured I'd make that video for you guys to let you know there's alternatives out there. And I hope I can get my hands on one of these so I can review them. I was talking to Apple about the compatibility. They said it's not compatible with the 4th generation iPad Pro from 2020, but she said I can give it a try. She said I can give it a try and see if it works. So I don't know if that's a hint that it might work, but it's just not compatible, so don't take their word for it, because it is the difference in the weight and depth of the two iPads. So the iPad 2021 weighs more and it has more depth. So that's why the new keyboard from Logitech isn't compatible. And it upsets me because Logitech never made this type of keyboard for the 12.9-inch 2020 iPad Pro. And I would have gotten that easily, hands down. So, I don't know. I might get it and see if it's compatible with the 2020 and let you guys know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if I should do that or not, if it's really worth the time. So, yeah. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon, stay tuned for more. I'm out. Peace.